It's another lovely Saturday, and you're right here tuned to Invicta 98.9 FM. It's time for us to get down to the epicenter of political discourse on the program Ground Zero. Ground Zero is a regular right here on Invicta 98.9 FM, and it's a program where we bring up topical issues in the polity, we discuss them, analyze them, and try to make them a little bit simpler for us to understand while picking out the most important aspect of what we are discussing. And today on the program Ground Zero, it promises to be very, very loaded and well packed because it's been a very, very interesting or action filled week in the Nigerian political scene, with the front burning states being Edo State and Kaduna State. Okay, in Edo State, the sitting governor may not get a ticket to contest in the primaries of his party. He has options. What are his options? What are his next plans? What are his moves? We'll get to know much more about them in the course of today's program. Also, in Kaduna State, that's coming close to Edo State in trends and popularity in respect of political activities this week. There was fracas in the Kaduna State House of Assembly. Who is boxing who? And who is wrestling who? Why do we have honorable people behaving in a way that people may say not quite honorable? All of this we'll find out in the course of today's program. But meanwhile, on the program today, I have my guests. Two of them already seated. We'll get across to the third one via the phone, and we will talk about these issues. Now, who are my guests on the program today? I have a media strategist and veteran journalist, Eddie Ochibo. Eddie Ochibo, you are welcome to Ground Zero. Eddie?
Thank you very much, Ahis, and my respectful regards to the listening public.
Okay, that's Eddie Ochibo. I also have with me on the program Mike Ode Akatu. Is a blogger, activist, social media influencer, and political analyst. Mike Ode, you are welcome to Ground Zero.
Mr. It's my pleasure. Listeners, thanks for listening.
Okay, and we'll also be connecting to Abdul Bako Usman, the President Campaign for Democracy. He is a Democrat. Let's also get his view. And of course, you, the listener, would also have an opportunity of adding your voice to the conversation this evening as we all look at how we can make the Project Nigeria a success. My name is Ehis Admon. You can call me the peacemaker with a passion for crowd satisfaction. And you, the listener, can get across to us via the various social media platform that's been opened for the purpose of the listeners to be a part of Ground Zero, starting from the program specific Twitter handle, which is at ground0989. At ground0989. You go there, you see the post on this program, and of course, add your comments or questions, or generally, let's discuss over there. And also, you can go to the Invicta FM Twitter handle at Invicta FM 989. For Instagram, it's also at Invicta FM 989. And when you are sending a post or a comment, hashtag it Ground Zero so that we know that that particular message is meant for this program. You can also go to the Invicta FM Facebook page where we have the post up. That's Invicta FM Kaduna. That's a Facebook account. You go there, you see the post, add your voice to the post that is up there, and let's together talk. Of course, you can listen to us from anywhere in the world on the Invicta FM app, or you simply go to the Invicta FM website at www.invictafm.ng, where you click on the media play button and you listen to Invicta FM loud and clear, crystal clear from anywhere in the world. All right. At some point in the program, we'll also give you the numbers that you can call to also add your voice to our conversation here in the studio. Okay, without taking much of your time, let's go straight to giving you some background on the issues that we'll be discussing today, starting from the first one. Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has been disqualified by from participating in the primary election of the All Progressive Congress for the forthcoming governorship poll in Edo State. He was declared unfit to contest in the exercise to choose the APC flag bearer along with 2 others by the party screening committee. The chairman of the committee, Professor Jonathan Ayuba, announced this on Friday at the National Secretariat of the ruling party in Abuja. He made the announcement while briefing the APC National Chairman Adams Oshomole and other party chieftains on the outcome of the screening exercise. And quoting him, he said, "We have screened 6 aspirants. 3 deemed eligible to participate and 3 were found ineligible to participate." Ayuba told the party leaders at the briefing. He explained that Governor Obaseki was disqualified on the grounds that his HSC, that is A level, and the NYSC certificates was defective. According to the committee chairman, the team took the decision to disqualify and clear aspirants based on references and documents. Meanwhile, the governor has rejected the outcome of the screening, saying he would not appeal his disqualification by the committee. In a statement by his spokesman, Cruzo Osaje, Obaseki described the exercise as a mockery of democratic process. The governor noted that he had initially asserted that there was no way that he would get a fair assessment in the run-up to the nomination for the party's flag bearer in the September 19 poll. And while that was going on, rumors was also out that Obaseki is already putting finishing touches to defecting or decamping to the People's Democratic Party. Though he has denied flatly that he has moved, but he is also leaving many people doubting because he said his supporters should remain calm, that soon he will let them know what direction they'll be heading. And in the Nigerian parlance, where the politician says that, you are sure to a very large extent that it's about to pot. Okay, meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party has said that the party will readily admit embattled Governor Godwin Obaseki into its fold if he decides to join the main opposition party. The National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Mr. Kola Olobodiyan, disclosed this while speaking to a national paper. Asked if the PDP was ready to admit the governor into its fold, Olobodiyan said, "Yes, we will accept him, of course." The party spokesman, however, said Obaseki had yet to approach the PDP for membership as of the time he spoke with the national paper. That's at about 7 p.m. Asked if the PDP would offer Edo State governorship ticket to Obaseki if he joins the party, Olobodiyan said the governor won't get automatic ticket. Joining the party is different from contesting election. These are 2 separate things. People join political parties from the world. We are in touch with our Edo State chapter, and they have not told us that the governor had joined our party, Olobodiyan said. That's that for the Edo State issue. Let's also get some background on the Kaduna State, the fracas in the Kaduna State House of Assembly, which happened on Thursday as members exchanged blows over impeachment of the Deputy Speaker, Mukhtar Hazo. Following Hazo's impeachment during plenary, the lawmakers elected the member representing Kauru constituency, Isaac Auta, as a new Deputy Speaker. His impeachment notice was signed by 24 members of the Assembly before he was removed from the office. There were speculations of an alleged plot by several members of the House, led by former Deputy Speaker, to impeach the Speaker, Yusuf Zelani. However, lawmakers in support of the former Deputy Speaker exchanged blows with other members in the process of trying to remove the maze of House after the impeachment. In his reaction, the Speaker told journalists that the impeachment of the deputy was an architect of his own misfortune. Zelani accused Hazo of conniving with other lawmakers to remove him as the speaker, claiming that the former deputy speaker also committed other infractions that were against the rule of the House. These are basically the background on the two issues that we'll be looking at on the program today. First, the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki that's been having so much issues with Adams Oshomole, and this eventually culminated in his being denied an opportunity to even participate in the primaries. And would also be looking at the Kaduna State House of Assembly. These are the two major issues. Let's go straight into the first item that we have for today, which is the Edo State saga, where a sitting governor has been denied the opportunity of taking part in the primaries. And this is becoming a norm with the APC. Not forgetting that that Lagos State, Ambode, had the same issues when the godfather representing the party said he will not support him in his return bid. And when we look at all of these issues, we can immediately point to Godfather's influence in politics. Oshomole came to Edo State and prided himself with being able to kill Godfatherism in Edo State. And now, what are we saying? We are saying
the grand guru.
And meanwhile, don't forget also that Oshomole, while standing by the decision of this committee to disqualify Obaseki, also said it's because of the discrepancy in the name of Obaseki, which was a common spelling error. Obaseki NYSC certificate has Obasek. It's just the last I that was missing. That's just the only issue he had. Well, let's talk.
You see, like you said, we have Godfatherism. The Godfatherism, or the Godfather killer himself, has actually become now the grand godfather of Edo politics and probably of Nigerian politics as per APC in concern. We have seen a replay. This is a replay of what actually happened in Lagos. But this time around, Obaseki is not going down without a fight. You see, in the case of Ambode, he would have been impeached if he had gotten up and said, look, I was going to defect to another party. But the body language of Obaseki has already spoken. And we have about 3 political parties that are willing to admit him. PDP one, ADP, and one other one. Now, all right. And especially the PDP will actually give the APC a run for its money. And defecting to PDP, Obaseki is going to carry along 18 local government chairmen. He's going to carry along the councillors. And already John Odigo Yogun is behind him. So that is to tell you that he has a grassroots or a level or a degree of support. He's not that lightweight anymore. He is going to rock the APC. And now, if he moves to the PDP, forget all the shenanigans from the PDP that they are not going to give him a ticket. They will give it to him. You have seen it in Benue.
Yes, and in Sokoto State.
In Sokoto State. You've seen it where Otom went to Benue, went from APC to, he clinched the ticket.
Automatic.
You understand? Abamoro and David Mark had to impose him, say, look, give this guy, let's take him back. It's our chance of getting, so it will happen. Now, like I said again, it's rather unfortunate. We have a sitting president who is an APC member. We have the ruling party in the state is APC. So the president ought to have called the two parties together, and the two warring factions together within that party and have a tete-a-tete. But it's like his body language also is being slippery. The president is being slippery. The committee chairman, in short, even Tinubu himself, all of them are slippery. There is an unspoken language that Obaseki should go. You see, before the committee chairman, the screening committee disqualified Obaseki, Adams Oshomole told them to do a thorough screening, especially on their certificate. I have the clip, so that to avoid what actually happened in Bayelsa. And Obaseki was a step ahead. He quickly sent to to UI, and they said he's our product. He graduated, he classics and so on and so forth, and he was able to present everything. So that discrepancies, that the name Obaseki, I had it.
Actually, a spelling error.
Yeah, a lot of people do have it. Even Muhammad Buhari, our president, also had the same issue.
Let me hold you on Muhammad Buhari and let's listen to
All
this
right.
from Obaseki. From Oshomole, once we listen to it, we will come to Eddie Ochibo. Let's listen to this clip from Adams Oshomole closely, and that will set the tone for our next set of discussion.
All right.
And you all can read that constitution by yourself. I've read it. And it's basically if you can read.
How do we start?
Because it's a lecture, your paper.
Okay. As in the restart.
Hmm?
Just like the loop.
And then the second issue, they can pass and they put middle of whether Muhammadu is the same thing as Muhammad. Exactly the same way that in my own election in 2016 or 2012, my opponent then PDP went to the tribunal to say that Aliyu, A-L-I-U, which is how Aliyu is pronounced in Edo State where I was born. But moving to Kaduna, you know that in the north, the same Aliyu is spelled as A-L-I-Y-U. And somebody wanted a governorship election to be cancelled on the basis of this accent and spelling in different part of the country. Even children know that is a joke.
All right, that was Adams Oshomole commenting on the discrepancy in the spellings of names of past persons, where he said Muhammadu Buhari and Muhammad Buhari error, where he said Aliyu and Aliyu as in A-L-I-U,
Yes,
for the way they spell it in Edo
and
State,
then YU.
and YU the way they spell it in the north, and also complained about that. Why is he that he's talking about Obaseki, that there was an omission of an I at the end of the name of Godwin Obaseki? Eddie Ochibo, let's come to you now.
Thank you very much, Ahis. I think Edo politics with Oshomole at the helm of affairs as the chairman of the APC has not been very, very tidy. And if you watch the twists and turns between him and his own godson, so to say, a godson until now, at a point it was as if Oshomole was already being dropped. He was wooing the national leader in person of Tinubu. And then at that point, Oshomole even knew that he may not even survive it. But because of the twists and turns of Nigerian politics, when politicians say they don't say what they mean and they don't mean what they say, it's as if at the final hour, the 11th hour, Oshomole played a game that nobody has understood up till now, and to push aside his godson simply because of power. And that takes me to the issue of internal democracy in our parties, in our political parties. You see all kinds of postulations that especially in the APC, when they are trying to compare themselves with PDP, they have always prided themselves as a party that operates internal democracy. And with what we are seeing today, how the table has turned against Obaseki, it tells me that our politicians are still the same people. And when I say our politicians, I mean in all facets, both in PDP, SDP, whatever, they are the same. The leopard, the spot of the leopard
never changes.
It never changes. So even though they will give the electorate a false picture, but when the chips are down, you see things that play out to be very, very funny. Now, coming back to to how Oshomole was able to turn the tables. You remember Obasaki visited the president,
Yeah.
and then they talk as if they have talked things over.
Yeah.
And that is the style of APC. You remember when they lifted the hand of Shehu Sani,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, he was still, kicked out.
Mhm.
So they set traps. That's the caucus of APC.
They did that to
Eh,
Mama
but,
Taraba.
Yes.
but wait,
Yeah.
is that really a trap, or that the party does not, that the president is not in control of the party? The party does
Let
not.
me not even go to that.
Let's
Let's-
other levels of the party. No, let him finish.
Okay, let's just not call it a trap, but
It's a trap.
It tells you. I call it a trap.
You know the reason why?
Mm.
Remember that when in the case of Shehu Sani versus El Rufai, there was a purported speech by the governor that, look, the president said they should just play along with Shehu Sani, that at the dying moment, at the last,
get him out.
they will get him out.
Yeah,
that's
And it was,
exactly.
and the presidency quickly rejected it. Are
Yes.
you getting it? So it was a ploy. And if you look at it again, this is also a ploy. The president is the most powerful personnel in APC.
It's the
Yeah.
He
leader.
is the leader of
Leader,
APC.
yes.
And at the beginning of this crisis, the president said Obaseki should be given the right
of first refusal.
Yeah.
You understand? And only for them to skim Obaseki out. Are you getting it? So the presidency, Tinubu also, he visited Tinubu. Tinubu said, I can only promise you a free and fair. So there is
That's why I call it a trap.
That unwritten statement, agreement or something that if you, especially within the older cadre, those ones that are 60, 70,
Yeah.
that if you step on their toe, you are out. Ambode is within, Ambode is younger, you see.
Yeah.
The same thing with Gaius Obaseki.
Yeah.
They are very young, and the other guys, they are the Methuselahs that are supposed to have gone out. And these Methuselahs are sitting down saying that if you step on our toe, you are out. That is better the president at the age of 70, 80, Adams Oshimole, whom you and I, he is no right from here. So, and the same thing with Tinubu, that is the agreement that, look, we are going to be godfathers, and anybody
to press home my
betrays
point.
us, we deal with them.
Yeah.
Except you have another question.
Yeah.
To press on my point, I want to emphasize that what we are practicing today, as democracy, it's not. It is just a handful of privileged few deciding the fate of the electorate. And unless and until we are able to, spell out how democracy is actually practiced, we will continue to run around the circles and will not make any headway. Then you remember that this statement made, from the Edo politics quarters that Edo is not Lagos.
Yeah.
That thing did not go down well with Tinubu
Yeah.
and all this. So it may have, played against Obasaki. When you remember the saga when they were destroying themselves. You remember Oshomole came to Edo and they vandalized his car.
Yeah,
They attacked him and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So
Eddie,
okay, go ahead.
I want us to look at how all of this is going to affect the outcome of the elections. Yes, you did mention about the pool that Obaseki may likely take to the PDP if he
yeah.
decides to
Yes,
move to
it's
the
going to
PDP.
actually affect.
But if he does not move to the PDP and decide not to just contest,
Mm.
what does the APC stand to gain or lose when there are disgruntled members of the party that are being skimmed out or screened out?
The role being played by the party chairman, that is in person of
Adams Oshomole.
is not a role that a party chairman should play. Because he has taken the fight between him and his godson, for the person who says he has eradicated godfatherism.
Godfatherism.
He has taken it to a very, very high level, to the level of leaking the vote of both the president and Tinubu. If not these two personalities, that the president and Tinubu, Oshomole would have been removed because he doesn't have any standing in Edo because he has already been suspended from the party.
Yeah.
If they follow if they follow procedures and guidelines, Oshomole actually should not remain as chairman of APC. But because nobody know what the card is played. He licked the boot of both Tinubu and the president. That's why you are seeing what is happening today, and the effect of it all on the APC is that even if Obaseki does not go, does not decamp to the PDP and decides not to see, it will affect the fortunes of the APC. And why do I say so? Because it shows that the APC is even worse than PDP in terms of internal democracy. Yeah, so, and we are going to watch but I know that the final analysis, the body language of Obaseki, right from beginning, has been meeting PDP governors talking. There is a grand plan that APC may not know. And you know, the Edo politics, you are from Edo, you know, Edo South, Edo North, and Central. The intrigues. So that intrigue is what is going to play out. And if APC, does not toe the line carefully, they might lose Edo to any other party. It may not be PDP.
And I may want to disagree with that. Agreed that APC is going into this battle as a decimated opponent.
Except there's rigging.
They have lost the governorship right now with the imminent defection of Obaseki. Yeah, he will go. Let me tell you, the fact is, for local government councillors to come together, chairman, and then to suspend Oshimole. Are you getting it? And for, this fracas started immediately after the election of Obaseki. The fact that Oshimole had not been able to rally and remove Obaseki via impeachment or otherwise for these past 4 years shows that Obaseki has actually matured.
Yeah.
You understand? And he has evolved. And he has a godfather, actually, who is very, very, very paramount and very prominent. Oyegun. Yes. Are you getting it? So, like I said,
a very big
APC is approaching this fight now decimated. And we have an albatross, 2 minutes, but the federal might. The federal might.
That's why I say
the federal might.
Federal might is all about rigging machine.
Yes.
It's all about rigging machine.
Are you getting it? We've seen it. We've seen it differently. So, except the president decides that, okay, like he's doing in recent times, I want to be liberal. Let's in recent times, but not in his own election. Though to say, permit me to say that. But okay, let's open up this place. But I doubt whether the president's men will allow for the federal might not to be used.
Okay. While talking about federal might, we should also recall that federal might didn't work in Benue, and it did not also work in Sokoto.
Yes.
What may work or work against Obaseki if he moves on, or if he decides not to contest, is something that in the coming days we'll get to understand.
He will contest.
But not forgetting too that the frontline candidate that has been pushed by Adams Oshomole is Pastor Ize Iyamu.
And it's from PDP.
Just from APC from PDP to APC.
About 4 months ago.
Yeah, so what are we talking about?
Okay, now.
And he according to Oshimole, he is a thief. Not me. According to
Oshimole said,
why is Oshimole bringing back a thief?
I actually have the sound bites here, but playing those sound bites really don't be very ethical. Apart from having enough time, to don't be ethical to seem as if one
is supporting one side. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So let's take just 2 messages. Let's take just 2 messages. I've not been able to connect to him. Let's take just 2 messages and we'll be right back on the program Ground Zero. All right, welcome back from that commercial timeout. And the program is Ground Zero right here on Invicta 98.9 FM. We've been looking at Edo State politics and the disqualification of Godwin Obaseki from contesting the primaries of the APC in Edo State and how it's going to affect the general outcome of the elections. Now, looking at the next most popular person in the governorship equation in Edo State is Ize Iyamu.
Yeah.
Now, what are the chances of an Ize Iyamu winning the election? I'll start from Waikode.
You see, Ize Iyamu was popular, but he was also degraded. His popularity was degraded by the same man that is propping him up now.
Yes.
And now, he is, when you see him, he's devoid. That vibrancy is no more there. And it's no longer, you understand, that vibrancy is no more there. And the most vibrant person that you have now is that young man, Philip Shuaibu, from Edo North. And he is talking, he's countering, and you can see there is a gradual shift from being loved to being despised, as if that I'm talking of now, Pastor Ize
Yes.
that he is not emotionally stable, politically is not stable. He moved to APC, he was in APC, moved to PDP, and then back to APC just because he wanted wanted the governorship post. And he is now deferring, bowing, bootlicking to someone that has actually degraded him. So that when I was speaking to some Edo-lights, I kind of get that feeling that they are not really happy with him. They don't want him, but there is always that albatross of this federal might. So I leave it at that.
Okay, Eddie Ochibo, what would be your take on that too?
Edo politics is very, very delicate. They are politically aware. These are very, very strong people who know politics right from time. That's why you have the issue of Midwest in those days, because they know what politics is all about. What will actually work against Oshomole is what you have said, that the deputy governor is also from the same, they are from the same constituency.
Yes.
And he has massive support of the people.
Yeah.
Even if Oshomole, is able to garner support or votes for his newly found political son, the votes there will be divided. And then you now come to the central and south.
Yeah.
And you can see that south, they are very, very likely to lean towards where Obaseki will be.
Yes.
And then central, the votes will be divided. And if you add that together, if all chips are down, if you don't have what you call federal might, as was the case in Oshun and all these things, I think APC is likely to lose Edo to any other party. I don't know whether it's PDP or whatever.
Because if you look at
they have miscalculated, and then apart from that, the power of incumbency of the governor also will count. Because he's in charge, he's still the chief executive of the state. He has every power to do all kinds of things that will favor him.
But when you start hearing 4,000 civil defense deployed there, 19,000 mobile police, 21,000 army, and then there is going to be a problem.
And if they are not careful,
like I said, Obaseki is not going down without a fight.
That's why I said.
And not Izeyamo, actually, the godfather of Edo politics, is not going to be removed easily.
And you know what can happen if this what Akato is talking about now plays out. Edo will be on fire. That's the thing, and that's the truth, because
they are enlightened. You have a class.
They are enlightened people. They will not want anybody to steal their money.
Like my friend Ade Primus used to say, he said, "You don't rig." I coined it. You don't.
Everybody knows how to rig.
You are not
and then you don't replay the same kind of ojoro twice. You cannot do this thing in Plateau and then come and do it in Nasarawa State, and they are looking.
Well, let's quickly look at the second topic. We'll spend just a little time there.
All right.
The fracas in Kaduna State House of Assembly over the impeachment of the deputy speaker and loyalists of the former deputy speaker coming down to going physical with supporters of the new one, and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly saying that the former deputy speaker brought the impeachment upon himself because he was plotting to remove even him, the speaker, from office.
What happened in Kaduna State House of Assembly, first of all, is a show of shame. Legislators, role model, and mind you, those guys are very young. Kaduna State is a pride, actually. Most of the House of Reps, the members of the Assembly, Council, they are always young. They are under 50s. You understand? So and they are supposed, you understand, to be role model, and they are supposed to be quite different from whom I term the Methuselahs, those ones that have already polluted the political landscape, but coming to fight, coming to exchange blows, brawl in the hollow chambers is something that is unpardonable. But then let's look at it this way. After his impeachment, after the impeachment of his deputy, the speaker said he got what he wanted, that he was plotting to remove him, his boss, and so he masterminded. He didn't say that, but the inference was that he masterminded the removal. And somehow along the line, they also linked it to the chief executive. That is, the plot is yet I mean, it's yet to come out to the full, but we also see also the influence of godfatherism, betrayal. This one is saying you betrayed me, and that is why I have to remove you. At the end of it all, it is the electorate. People elected the deputy speaker to that very House of Assembly.
Yeah.
And also he has supporters within that place, though they have been caged for now. But for how long? Remember, the Edo thing started almost like this.
Yes, from the State House of Assembly. Eddie Ochito, what would be your take on this?
Me, the way I look at it is that 21 years. We just celebrated Democracy Day only yesterday.
2 years ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, sorry.
2 days ago. And we are, shouting and celebrating and making noise. I want to say that what we are actually celebrating is not democracy. It's civil rule. Because a situation where you have the privileged few, the people I can call the bourgeoisie, dictating the tune. Because even the State Assembly, National Assembly, they are at league with the executive. When you don't know the difference between the executive and the people's representative, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
If it is about service to serving the people, there wouldn't have been any fracas or fight in the assembly. It's about how much am I going to grab. That's what is causing the problem in Nigerian politics for now. In other climes, people go to serve, and do you hear say they have fights in the like the British Parliament or the American? They don't fight. So we see that the unfortunate thing is that people see politics as a machine to make money making machine, and that's why you see these differences just crop up.
All right. Yeah. Let's give an opportunity to the listeners to also add their voice to our conversation this evening as we go straight to taking our first call. The numbers to dial is 081-40,989 and 070-87-800-989. And of course, remember, you can also drop your comment on our Facebook page. Who is our first caller going to be this morning? Hello.
This evening.
Hello. Hello, you are welcome to the program. We lost that. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
yes, what's your name?
My name is Musa Bala.
Yes,
Mr. Musa Bala.
My brother, Musa Bala.
We miss you here in the studios.
My greetings to all of you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly go to Edo. What is happening in Edo? I expect it more than what we are seeing now. It's happening in Lagos and it's very conclusive. And I think when APC is held on your hand, let that happen. Every Nigerian should go out and elect their leader, irrespective of political party. And the president never intervened. I want to thank Mr. Mike.
Yeah.
When he said the president now has been getting out of politics. He has always been getting out of politics. He has demonstrated that he didn't say and other things. Yes, the president, people they voted for their governor. He never intervened and he would never intervene. What happened is Edo State. I think Obasanjo will have already popularity and power for the Oshumole. I'm not saying that he should not be a man of God, but making those. I'm very sure. And for PDP welcoming him, I want to say that why is it that PDP don't have candidates? They are just waiting candidates to be rejected by APC before they welcome them.
Some of them moved from PDP to APC.
I understand. But APC never waited for anybody to come from PDP. But PDP, there was a time that they were really giving them time that they have to come if they want to come.
2015, that was what it was. 2015, that was what it was.
What I'm saying, APC never get anybody to come. But PDP are waiting for APC to reject people before they receive them. I remember 2019, they were even giving a deadline that they have to come on time. They went there, and most of them have won their election. So, but I'm saying, and I'm going to wish the people of Edo a successful outing. And I want to remind them, Edo State is greater than Obasanjo, is greater than Oshumole, is greater than APC, and is greater than PDP. We should not go on fighting because of the election.
Is it greater than the federal might?
The federal might.
Yes.
Unfortunately, as far as the federal government of Buhari is concerned, Buhari will allow them to elect anybody they so wish.
I disagree, Malam Musamman. I know you are my elder brother, but I disagree with you. Please come to the studios. Let's talk it over. Now let me interject. In Ekiti State, please, you have your time. In Ekiti State, how many thousands of troops were sent out? What happened to the governor?
Okay, Mike, let me start.
Let him land. Let my brother land.
I said Buhari, I don't talk of any other person.
Buhari is the president and commander-in-chief of the
So if you see any Ghana, let's not talk about it. It's not for the person. And on Kaduna issue, I think even as bad countries do fight in the parliament.
Yeah.
The important thing is really behind the fighting, not the fighting. So we should go in and find out what are the reasons behind the fighting. Is it, as some of you allege, because of the money they will share, or is it because of the work they will do for the public? Whatever the reason, we have to get it before we finally criticize. And I want to wish that member that was beaten a happy recovery. I'm sure he will do it. And continue to spread the work.
Well, Musamman, thank you so much. Did you see that video? There was one particular left-handed guy.
Yes,
Wow.
When my son
that
had
was
to
a
prevent,
boxer.
Look, we need to expand the scope of those we take to the Olympic to represent us. in boxing.
He's a boxer.
Wow.
And we need to watch out for those guys.
Let's
when
take
they
this
become
call.
president.
Hello. 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 Okay.
Good evening.
All right. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling out from? Hi, Kinava. Quickly, let's have your take.
You see, the rain is falling heavily here.
Wow.
I'm only trying to reach you there. And that's why I'm on top of my body.
Wow.
Where is that?
All right.
You see, Obasake is a bad material to APC. That is the position of APC. And if the APC is a good material, APC is happy, and they should get tickets to compare everybody from APC and see. If Obasake happens to be loved by people on the doorstep, they will vote in APC, PDP. But as far as we are concerned, it's a bad material to APC. It is better that we let APC for us, and we will have peace. Then about Kaduna lawmakers keep blowing themselves.
Yes.
It's a shame, honestly. After 21 years of uninterrupted democracy, they were still practicing this issue of sovereignty. It's very unfortunate to see. I don't expect them to do what they did. And for the person they did, as Musa Bala said, I wish a speedy recovery, and I hope any other person will learn a lesson from it. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much. I, Kinafa. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Ground Zero. Your name is? Your voice is really very low. Michael, can you call us back? Because we really cannot take the... But we cannot hear you. Okay, let's quickly, 30 seconds.
Louder.
30 seconds.
It has gone off.
It's gone off. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Ground Zero. Yeah. Yes, what's your name and where are you calling out from?
Usman, calling from Mazu.
All right, Usman from Agwan Mazu. Let's have your take.
I'm interested in the issue of Edo State. Actually, to call it, I think that but great.
Say again.
If it's not finishing product, you understand? So we'll have need somebody that will be there for the fact. If Obaseki will have been there again or happen to be there, we'll have the same scenario or what happened in Benue. That the governor just goes to PDP. That problem will have still happen in Edo State if action is not taken. I think we lost Edo like the way we lost Benue. It will still betray APC like the way that governor of Benue betrayed APC. So good the way the APC takes action. I hope that it will be here and
You just have to forget about it.
The man may still win the election.
All right.
Well, if he wins the election, fine. But I don't see him as a good finishing product for APC. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 081400989 and 07087880989 are the numbers to dial. Remember, you can still drop your comments on our Facebook page. That's at Invicta FM Kaduna. The post is already there. Already, John Joseph commented on our Facebook page where he's saying that with what is happening in Edo State, I wonder what the future holds for this nation in the political arena. It is quite unfortunate that we can no longer bestow trust on our political leaders. God help this nation. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Ground Zero.
Hey, good evening. Good evening, your panel there. I'm Kure by name.
All right, Mr. Kure, let's have your take.
Thank you. I'm not surprised what happened in Edo, simply because Adam Oshimole played his own part. But some people always tell us that Mantu has been telling them. I think Mantu has transferred that into Edo too, since Oshimole refused to allow Obaseki to do what they know how to do. That means every part of almost everybody in Nigeria, politicians play the same thing. Honestly, I'm ashamed. In as much as politicians don't want to exist, I don't know where we're heading into this country. That's why we'll keep on going back. What happened to those people that are trying to contest under PDP? Does it mean that they will be rubbish? Or our democracy is not moving forward? Honestly, they should always let it go. Anybody that is party cannot stand it, he should face them and face the consequences. Our Kaduna Babaji, they are on their own. Yeah, I didn't see it on ground. If they like, they should remove their head. That's just that. They know what made them to be fighting there. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Kure. 081400989 and 07087800989 are the numbers to dial to add your voice to our conversation. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Ground Zero.
Good evening, Mr. English.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Carlos. I'm calling you from Malali, Kaduna.
All right, let's have your take.
Okay. What is happening in Edo State? I promise you, APC and Adam Oshimole, they are the consequences of disqualifying of party in Edo State. I don't want to believe it is the beginning and the end of APC in Edo State, because I know a lot of is going on in Edo State, and people don't want any patriotism now in Nigeria. And look at what happened. All people get the modern the Edo State. Unfortunately, let's live and just take that to keep people in Edo State.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. All right. I guess that's about. Let's just take this last call. This person has been calling for a while. Hello, good evening. All right, quickly, let's have your take. You are our last caller. 30 seconds.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not in support of Obaseki. And my reason is so simple. If suddenly the bad man is talking the person of Oshimole brought him to power, and Obaseki then was busy praising Oshimole, and Nigeria never saw anything back in the action by Obaseki. It's unfortunate that some of us in this country, we talk based on emotion and not facts, including those that bought their analysis. But whatever is happening in Edo, it is in the hand of our creator, not in the hand of Oshimole, Obaseki, or Tinubu, or Buhari, of the federal might. So
all right.
All right. The federal might that never was in other states. The state federal might that PDP enjoys during their tenure, and it's not a crime then, it's not a crime. It's unfortunate that some of us are hypocrites, and God will bless Muhammadu Buhari, bless federal job because of Nigeria.
All right. Let's come back to the studio and give our parting shots before we leave. Michael Day.
All right. Well, the thing is, this democracy has to be preserved. Federal might may not work in Edo because of the high sensitivity and the nature of politics. I mean, the people involved in elections. But nonetheless, for Kaduna, I think they should be a little bit more sensitive to people. I mean, to the electorate, and they should also take into cognizance their age, and then be much more civil. Thank you.
All right, Eddie Ochigbo, your parting shots.
Thank you very much. My parting shot will be that with the benefit of hindsight, Obasaki, whose certificate today is being questioned, was the same person that was cleared. Was he not the same certificate he used at that point?
Sure.
Or what is happening? One of the major problems we have in the political arena today, all along for these 21 years, is the issue of money politics, where people go into political office just to acquire wealth or to recoup what they have spent. If we de-emphasize the issue of money in our politics, I think we'll begin to make progress. And for the Kaduna State Assembly, that was it was a theater of the absurd, and they are doing it because they are not actually representing the people. If it's the people they are representing, I don't think they will go into that kind of battle with one another.
All right, that's about the size of Ground Zero today. I want to thank Michael De Akatu for having time to be on the program.
The Bros Ehis and viewers, my pleasure.
And to Eddie Ochigbo, I want to thank you for having time to be on the program.
Thank you very much indeed, Ehis, for having me.
All right, next week, Tuesday, we on Ground Zero will be doing something special. We are organizing a virtual town hall meeting. It will come earlier in the day before the program. Just follow us on our various social media platforms, as we'll be giving you information on how you can join and be a part of that virtual town hall meeting, where we'll be discussing the 5 years of Buhari's administration and looking at generally how it has affected our lives, looking at security, economy, and every other aspect of life. You will get more details on this if you follow Ground Zero on Twitter. It is at Ground Zero 989. Also on Facebook, it is Ground Zero Radio Show. And if you follow me, Ehis_Admon on Twitter, you can also get details of all this. We'll send you the link where you can join and be a part of that virtual meeting. Okay, this is about the size of today's program. As we leave the studio, I want to say this to you like always. Whatever your labors and aspirations in this noisy confusion of life, you should learn how to keep peace with your soul, with all its charm, drudgery, and broken dreams. It's a beautiful world that we live in. Be careful. Strive to be happy. I'm the peacemaker. I have a passion for crowd satisfaction. Call me Ehis Admon. See you on Tuesday.